What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. My name is Nicole and I'm a recovering addict. My sobriety date is July 13th of 2015. Today we're going to talk about methadone. But before we get into the conversation, if you guys could do me a solid and give this video a thumbs up, don't forget to comment down below and let me know what your opinion is. Remember to please be kind and respectful, and also subscribe to my channel because we talk about all things addiction recovery and we talk about everything that goes on in my life. I don't hide anything. It's all out there for God and everybody to know. So come on in. Welcome to the channel, Real Talk Recovery. I hope you sit and stay a while. So I've been getting a lot of comments about what are my opinions on methadone, and I feel like I've made this abundantly clear, but I guess I haven't. So I'm going to make it clear here. I am a big advocate for maintenance medication, whether it be Suboxone or methadone, Sublocade, Vivitrol, Naltrexone, Antabuse. I support multiple pathways to sobriety. I support Kratom. If that's what works for you, then I'm like, hell yeah, man, do what you got to do. For so long, you guys, I spent my recovery journey worried about what other people thought about me and my sobriety. And that really stunted me in my recovery growth. It kept me worried and concerned, and it kept me hurting on the inside. And what I have learned is that everyone has an opinion, okay? And just because someone doesn't agree with maintenance medication doesn't mean that we can't be friends. It doesn't mean that we have to be enemies. It doesn't mean that I need validation from that person for my sobriety. And that's what I've learned that's helped me the most, is that the only person that I need to be validated by is myself and my higher power. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that Suboxone was the right path for me because my life is 100% changed. And you guys can see that from just the way I live today, from the way I used to when I was in my active addiction. I have been scouring my old Facebook pages, you guys, for videos and pictures of me in active addiction. And I'm telling you, I'm going to start posting some stuff on the community tab because I want y'all to see like how bad it was when I was in my active addiction. But anyway, let me talk about methadone. So I've gotten several comments from people telling me that they're on methadone and asking me whether or not I think they're clean or not. And I hate that anybody even feels like they have to ask me that, because I don't want you to worry about what I think, but I'm going to tell you what I think, okay? And this goes for methadone, this goes for Suboxone, this goes for Kratom, this goes for marijuana, this goes for anything that you're using to maintain, okay? As long as you are utilizing that medication or that drug in a responsible, non-harmful, make sure you're practicing harm reduction way, then I support you. If you're somebody who utilizes medical marijuana because you have insomnia and you can't sleep at night, so you smoke a J before you hit the bed, I support that. If you're somebody who has very, very bad anxiety and taking medical THC in the little oil thingies, I don't know what it's called, CBD, THC, whatever, helps you, then I support that. If you're somebody who is an opiate addict who's on methadone or Suboxone and you're taking it as prescribed, I support you. If you are, and it's just all about how you're using the medication. If you're abusing it, guys, and you're mixing it with other substances to get a euphoria or a high, I don't support that. I don't support that. That's old behavior, okay? So let me give you an example. If you're somebody who goes to the methadone clinic, you're on 75 milligrams of methadone, and you have been passing your drug screens and you've got a job and you're going to therapy and you are trying to get involved in recovery programs, I support that. Now, on the flip side of that, if you're somebody who's on methadone, who is getting dosed, upping your dose every other day so that way you can get the max dose, eating Xanax bars when you leave, smoking crack when you leave, that's something I don't agree with. Like, I think it's really important for us to not abuse the system and not abuse these medications that are put in place to help us. And the thing about it is, some people start out like that and they're abusing methadone and they're smoking drugs and taking pills with it. And they might start out like that, but through the process of going to the clinic and doing therapy, they change and they come to the light side and they start doing the right thing. I think that it happens for everybody differently, but it's really important. Like, if you're given a chance to get on methadone or Suboxone, to take it seriously and don't abuse the medication and don't sell it for other drugs and don't take other drugs with it to try and fuck yourself up. Like, it's really important to get honest and be honest with yourself. And do you want to be sober? Are you seeking recovery, or are you just trying to, manipulate the system and stay high? There are people out there that are like that just want to stay high and they don't have any intentions of getting sober. And what we have to do, y'all, is pray for those people, because they're sick. They're still sick in their active addiction. Do I think that you're sober if you're on methadone? Absolutely. If you're taking a therapeutic dose of methadone and you are actively working on changing your life and doing the right thing, then you are absolutely clean and sober. Same goes with Suboxone. If you're on Suboxone and you're actively working to change your life, doing the next right thing, getting a job, taking care of your family, getting involved in recovery, yeah, you're sober. Everyone's recovery is different. What works for somebody else might not work for another person, So my opinion on methadone is just same as it is with Suboxone. I support people no matter what medication they're on, and I don't judge anybody for their pathway to recovery. Now, my own personal experience, which it has nothing to do with my opinion on methadone, because like I said, I support methadone, but my personal experience with methadone was I was abusing it. I was overtaking it, and it was because I still wanted to get high. I was one of those people who was not taking it seriously, and I was still in my husband's prescription, eating all of them. And so I never obtained a legal prescription of methadone for myself. So from the get-go, I was already doing the wrong thing. So that doesn't affect how I feel about it, though, because I don't want any of you guys to think, oh, well, it didn't work for Nicole, it must be bad. It didn't work for me, you guys, because I wasn't working it the right way. I was taking it from my husband. I never went to the methadone clinic and got legally prescribed it. I was hustling, okay? The reason Suboxone's worked for me so well is because I went through the proper steps to get prescribed Suboxone legally and go to a doctor and got involved in therapy and got involved in recovery programs and started my YouTube channel so that way I would have accountability. All these things really, really do matter when you're trying to stay sober from drugs and alcohol. So, with that being said, if you're somebody who's on methadone, I support you. I'm here for you. I wish I had more of a positive experience to share with you guys. But like I said, I was in my addiction and I was abusing it. Now, if you guys are looking for content creators that have had a positive experience with methadone, my friend Michelle Mariner has a channel, and I will link her down below. Let me think. Most of the people I know that are in recovery are either abstinent or on Suboxone. A lot of the people I know are on Suboxone. I will link Michelle, and then if I can think of anybody else, I will link them down below. But it really doesn't matter what way you get sober, you guys. All that matters is that you're on the damn journey, because addiction is a disease, and if it goes untreated, it will kill you. Okay, so don't worry about what anybody else thinks. Don't worry about what I think. Don't worry about what your mama thinks. Don't worry about what your daddy thinks. Don't worry about what your wife thinks, or your husband, or your sister, or your brother. All that matters is that you are staying alive, because you can't recover if you're dead, okay? And seeking out recovery resources and help. So, if you guys are struggling and you need support, down below I'm going to link Patreon. I'm going to link my Facebook page. I'm going to link Michelle's channel about methadone. So that way you guys will have multiple resources. I'll even throw Avalon's channel down there. She uses Kratom in her recovery. So those of you guys that are doing that will have somebody that you can relate to. But everybody is welcome here. It doesn't matter if you're on methadone, Suboxone, or nothing. Now, a lot of my content is based around maintenance medication because that's the journey that I'm on right now. But anybody is welcome to join us during the live streams. Okay? All right. Love y'all.